People think old age is peaceful, that once your hair turns white, your heart becomes light. But no one asks what memories keep an old woman awake at night. My name is Amina. I am 72 years old, and this is the story I carried in silence for more than 50 years. A story of faith that was tested, love that was misused, and betrayal that came from the ones I trusted most. I was born in a small village where mornings smelled of fresh bread and evenings echoed with the call to prayer. We were poor, but we were together. My father used to say, Amina, wealth comes and goes, but faith and character stay with you until your last breath. I believed him. I married young, not for love, but for stability. My husband, Rashid, was a quiet man, not romantic, but responsible. At least that's what I thought. Marriage taught me one thing very early. A woman often loves more than she is loved back. I cooked, I cleaned, I prayed for him. When he lost his job, I sold my jewelry. When he fell sick, I stayed awake for nights. And when our children were born, I gave them everything I had. I believed sacrifice would one day return as love. I was wrong. Betrayal doesn't always come like thunder. Sometimes it whispers. Rashid started coming home late. His voice changed. His eyes avoided mine. One night, I found a letter, not meant for me, a woman, as handwriting, soft, familiar, and painfully close. She was someone I knew, someone I trusted. I didn't scream, I didn't cry. I folded the letter, placed it back, and went to pray. Because when your heart breaks, faith becomes the only place to rest. Years passed. Rashid never admitted anything, and I never asked. I stayed for my children. I stayed for society. I stayed because leaving was considered shameful. But every night, I whispered to Allah, if this pain has meaning, please show me one day. My children grew up, they left the house, and suddenly, I was alone with a man who felt like a stranger. When Rashid died, I expected peace. Instead, I received another wound. His will, everything, the house, the savings, the land, left to that woman's children. Not to me, not to the children I raised. I remember holding the paper, my hands shaking, and thinking, so this is what my loyalty was worth. That night, I didn't cry, I laughed, because betrayal had finally shown its true face. People expected me to fight, to curse, to destroy. But old age teaches you something powerful. Not every battle needs noise. I sold what little I had, moved into a small room near a mosque, and spent my days praying and helping others. Slowly, peace returned, not because life became fair, but because I stopped expecting fairness from people. One day, one of Rashid's children came to me, crying. Broken. The wealth was gone, the relationships were destroyed, and he asked me, how did you survive all this? I smiled and said, I didn't survive because I was strong. I survived because I trusted Allah when people failed me. Today, I sit by my window, watching the sunset. My hands are empty, but my heart is full. Life taught me 3 lessons. Love without faith will break you. Betrayal reveals true character. Faith never betrays. This was my story, not to gain sympathy, but to remind you, if an old woman can survive betrayal with faith, so can you.